Hi, I'm Steve Jones from Redgate Software and SQL Server Central, and welcome to my Friday Flyway tips. And we're going to look at comparison options here. So today I've got a project open. You can see I'm going to refresh the comparison options, and I don't see anything different, or at least I hope I don't. I don't. But what I want to look at is I've got this clustered or non-clustered index I created. It's just a simple one. And if I look at this script, let's open that with code. You'll see that I have just a basic creation script here with the name and the status and nothing else. Okay. So let's now see how this works. What I want to do is I want to change this index. So I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to say pad index on here, and we'll do statistics compute on, and then fill factor, I'm going to say 80. Okay. So I'm just going to change a few options here in this index. I'm not changing the columns because I can't do that without a drop. But once I change this, let's refresh our comparison. And what we see then is, what I'll see is part of my option. So I see a change to customer. And if you look here is the old script, which is just the plain index. And then here in the new script, I get statistics no recompute on, but my fill factor and pad index are not there. What I actually need to do is there is this button that says static data and comparisons. If I pick comparison options and I say fill factor, you'll notice that ignore fill factor index padding is off, or sorry, the ignore is on by default, meaning I won't catch those changes. This is the same thing as a SQL Compare option. So if I change this and reset that, now if we run this comparison again, what we'll find is that we actually see the fill factor and pad index as on here listed in the change. And if I were to, in fact, save this to the project, then what would happen is if I look at this, I think that's just been modified. We'll open this up in code again. Now I see the same script, but I have the options in there as well. So one thing just to keep in mind as you're working with Flyway Desktop is that if you want the behavior to look like it does in SQL Compare, the comparison options are listed here, and you should feel free to use these just as you would inside SQL Compare. I'm Steve Jones, and this has been a Friday Flyway tip looking at comparison options.